You must be in the top 10%, especially as a man. All the women want the top 10%. All the money goes to the top 10%. All the status goes to the top 10%. You cannot be a normal man anymore when it comes to life. It's easy to keep winning. You have to keep the momentum up, right? It's hard to get going, but once you get going, you have to keep it up. So just make sure you never lose it. Don't fall off. Don't do anything stupid. It's pretty easy to win. If you never lose, then you'll be fine. I think the universe is very giving, and if you're the kind of person who turns up on time and works hard and does what they're supposed to do and is never lazy, then it's always going to give you what you want. I've yet to see somebody who tries their best to get something and genuinely gives it their all and doesn't get it. I've never seen it, so I think you're going to have anything you want in the world. It's just a matter of whether you truly want it or say you want it. Also, I think a lot of it's player versus player out here in the world. Every dollar you want, every girl you want, every car you want, somebody else wants. We're fortunate that a lot of people talk about wanting things, and I think a lot of people are brutally lazy. You can outwork 95% of people by just simply working harder. Now you'll have anything, you have anything, but as a man, you must go through a process of discovering what is true and what is false about the world, and developing absolute competency. So you can outcompete other men. Don't you wake up and think, how do I become the best man on the planet? Don't you? Wake up and look at yourself deep in your own eyes in the mirror and say, how do I become the most fearsome competitor on the face of the planet? How do I become that guy nobody wants to compete against? I don't think anything good in life happens by accident. If you find a person who's fantastic and you say to them, how did you get in such good shape? They very rarely say, oops, I don't know. It just came to me. They say I had to get up and plan for it and train specifically and eat specifically and do specific things to end up looking this way. They had to try very hard for it. Don't say, oops, I just got rich. It was an accident. I don't know. The normal man is not acceptable in this hyper-competitive world. Normal means in the middle. The middle is not good enough. You must be in the top 10, especially as a man. All the women want the top 10%. All the money goes to the top 10%, and all the state goes to the top 10%. You cannot be a normal man anymore. Perhaps 50 or 60 years ago you could be a normal man with a normal job, a normal life than a normal wife, a normal house with a normal car, and be happy. But the world we are now living in is proving that being a normal man is nothing more than slavery. They've just proven it to all of us. They just proved it in these last 3 years of this imaginary fucking garbage. They were fucking locking us. Being a normal law-abiding citizen with a normal income and a normal wage and one passport, a normal wife is gonna leave you depressed. Sooner or later, she's gonna leave you to end up fucking suicidal and miserable. Only men on this earth who are happy in the modern world of hyper-competitiveness are exceptional individuals. Every single woman wants the famous, rich, super important, tall, strong, handsome guy. Being a normal dude ain't gonna cut it. You know the problem of being a normal dude. If you're a normal guy, your chick bangs normal guys. Guess what that means? Means everyone's competition. The guy who delivered your pizza might just take your girl. Is that the life you want alive? No, don't focus on the girl. Focus on yourself. If you're worried about the girl and not worried about yourself, gonna be wasting time and energy, right? It's easy. If you had to win a race, Abraham Lincoln said it. If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 5 hours sharpening my axe. It's the same with nearly everything in life. The better you become as a man, the easier everything else. We're all on a continuous journey for self-improvement. And if you try your absolute best every single day, then you don't have to look at what's bad about yourself. Relationships between people are always going to be a value exchange. There's no such thing unless you're being used like a fool of you having all the value and the people next to you having no value to add to your lives. Even the friends you talk to make you laugh, so they give you value, right? So, by extension, how do you get good people around you? Think about it. It's a value exchange, right? You want to have good people around you. Every relationship in the world is built on an exchange of value. So how do you end up having good people around? You have to be a good person. Good people have good people around them. Yeah, bad people have bad people around them. You look at the thief who is his friend. Thieves because he can't hang around with good people because he's stolen from them. So if you were to embark on this journey of self-discovery like we just described, you would start taking your life very seriously. There would be people who would come into your life, who would be new. And there'd be people who fall out of your life. Guess who's gonna fall out of your life? The bad people. People who are wasting your time. And the people who would be joining into your life would be the people you're training to become better. If you're hanging around with losers, guess what? You are a loser. There are no losers in my circle. The best way to have a good circle is to be a good person. Life is very simple and it will fix itself if you do the work.